This bastard adultery. Humph. Can't throw this. They was made of the best quality crystal glass and worth 2 or 3 gold royals. His Majesty will directly reclaim the power of all nobles. We Edith's daughter who had always brought me profits before promised the king without hesitation. This time Judith, besides she even persuaded me to recognize the fact and stop other resisting the letter. Visit and website mangagreat.com. Look. These words, it makes me feel like Ui Confoy Sun suits of D Sibfies DC, acidly Eleceed's faith. Isn't she sides with the outsiders instead of her own people? If I chose to accept His Majesty's requirements, I would no longer be the lord of the northern region. One had eliminated the House family and List family. I finally was complete control of the whole northern region. Now I think I would return to original point or even worse. Mancacrete.com. What if I don't accept the suggestion? If choose to do coal and I will be over, we would ge held captive the prison forever, just like the keep of Duke Ryan as fought me. I would end even worse. What do you think Prince Roland will do to defend Zalossa? Duke I list series of trotline methods that excite without too effort. Visit and when he is not tired website manga great of me be into his dungeon of battalion and slit pearl of northern region will be covered with forever. Don't poppy about me. You'd better poppy about yourself first, since his army will besiege Yoke City. I bet Yoke feudatory and knights hardly resist fop half day. After that it's an impossible fop to be ordinary person let alone Duke. How is it ape you going to make unwise choice? Mancacreate.com. Really, whenever it came to failure she would always describe help fate freezing tone as if she was waiting fop the moment all the time. It is also recommended that I send His Majesty formal document to take oath of allegiance and to show the submission of the northern region to the new king, and meanwhile dispatch servants who could and write to learn the rules and regulations of the city hall, getting the domain prepared for the new system. As Edith had already made the decision, I had to believe her and write His Majesty letter showing loyalty to the new king's city. However, as Duke I had to Zyandradea make last web Seedman Kakrit cow efforts to ensure the family's profits. Fop example. Let Edit be the queen. Minaret O. There is now be crack the lower portion of the stone wall. Now that the gate and the north wall had been chiseled through, I would make final command to attack once them. Website mangagreat.com. Attention to the baits, they seem to be gathering horses. Do I need to adjust the naval artillery and fire that direction? Not necessary, it wastes least 2 of Tepi Mope Mancacreicom shells since their horses. I think their plan is to gather knights and they to open the blockade line of field artillery Thole assault. There is nothing too dopey about its yoke. After this assault I'm afraid there will not be many knights left you domain. They decided to stand on brother's side. These people ape no longer knights, that's the price they have to pay for their betrayal. I see. Have visit and website mangagreat.com decided what to do with Edwin pass His Majesty's secret letter from the city hall demanded all the noble except Spear's relatives to be escorted to the city of Neverwinter. Anyone who resisted would be executed on the spot. As fop the culprit, redone pass him. His Majesty will leave him to you. They're coming. Mancacrete.com. Visit and website Manga Great. Mangacreicom. The notice goes on soldiers. The vanguard battalion poured out from the alignment and separated into 3 groups, targeting the 3 openings. The battle fop recovering fallen dragon ride had officially been launched. Visit and website. You crazy robbers, I the master of the fallen dragon side. Mancacrete.com. Redone. I don't understand what you gain being the load old little apothegm, and you know nothing about administration of trading. Even if you sit this position you hand over yoke power to other feudatories. Visit and website mangagreat.com. You think I'm less important to you than those strangers? Don't yoke you have witch demons. Underling's father was one about you. You cheated in you've the bastard adopted father. You were the mistake he made when he was doling. And yo can't pass. What is it that you should inherit the family instead of me? I'm taking back what was supposed to belong to me. You have the real stranger, if not do you look different from mother, can't you remember how to fall? Dragonside. I'm the true help of family, the Earl of Fallen Dragonside. Release me immediately, I demand to be treated as Manka Kriaikom nobleman, you majesty spirits too. Me here. So are not brother either. If this is the Mayan Kriaikom case, I will impose the punishment you deserve. Redone. Pass. Send. Not send Edwin Pass to the city of Neverwinter. He has lost his mind, the mine is where he should be. Wait. Not can't do this. Sister Spear Witch, may this fallen dragon idea be better managed. Whole hands. McCrakon. Yoke Majesty Roland Justin website MXNCA Creadum support them the last release that witch human. Wife is Demon Queen. There was throne rumbling. And it really was sump were. Fortunately the rain did not fall 3 days ago, otherwise the city of Love stayed, the amphitheater would have failed. According to statistics from the staff of the city hall that time, there were almost spectators. Manga create com. Fortunately the amphitheater has also been undergone expansion. And it is not too contested. Unexpectedly combined with Echo's agility, the first drama show performed could have striking effect. Even I myself, who had seen all the scenes that made people shed tears, could feel the shudder deep down heart. That was the strength of the resonance sun. Yoke Majesty, the recent house purchase statistics have come out now. Oh, what's the result? Just as you expected, since the launch of City of Love, the number of people who come to the city all to apply for house panting and purchasing has significantly, even the increased registration of marriages has increased. Lot to this drama what not ducked been meaningless entertainment. Via Crerico, apart from advocating that labor was glorious and construction was great, it also transmitted another opinion with linked marriage with stable residence. Well done, and the recent solicitation of the refugees should continue to expand its scope. The plentiful popular non base FOP the development of the city of Overwinter and other tasks be aside FOP it yes. The way and call scroll FOP me, I have something to tell Kerf. Yoke Majesty, did you want to see me? You came? I want to expand the education scope, which will cover the refugees who have just approved the city of Overwinter _ if the education only aims the official citizens, the refugees would have to wait least 1 mope year to receive pimp education. I'm afraid this is untenable now. There are too many of them, the current teacher couldn't take care of them all. And the classrooms are not angle either. If we do as you ask, the Ministry of Education would have to expend the manpower least 2 of 3 times. I have method that reduce the teachers' pressure. Let them themselves STLDY. Every week we give 1 public lecture which only teaches them basic reading and waiting, and let them use the booklets with pictures and pronunciations too. Do some exercises themselves FOP the rest of the time. There are no achievement tests and no mandatory requirements. And they learn according to their own free will. This you. If without supervision 9 out of 10 people won't learn well, it's unlikely to have any effect. Yoke Majesty. It doesn't matter Yuauch and Psu, I want to offer them opportunity. There was always someone who was unsatisfied with boring low-paid jobs and was each to achieve their boats quickly. Order to prevent these people from stepping aside, we glide them to improve themselves the pleat way. To keep the new regime's vitality, the most important thing was never ever blocking the way of promotion from the bottom layer. It rained all night and finally stopped. Nightingale. New day had begun. Nightingale, it's time to get Nightingale. Okay then, ill breakfast first. Only times like this would she expose herself defenselessly instead of hiding the mist. The witch minion had never set time to wake. So everyone came to enjoy breakfast one after another. Manka Great.com. Lightning and Maggie were always the first to leave the castle, followed another group including Anna, Agatha, Alicia and others, and I was usually the one the middle. Nightingale was always the last. This was because His Majesty loved to sleep late. She was influenced him. She had once been the most discreet and acute person. The Witch Cooperation Association alerted even small movement of wind and grass. Had this is not bad thing. Sister Wendy, good morning. Mangakriai.com. Good morning ladies. How ape the sales of the first volume of The Witch Diaries very popular and people love the stop. Or border down Lily Angel, especially the soldiers from the First Army, they come to buy it almost every day this week. We almost sold more than go copies day. This rate we may sell out the copies we originally printed within half months. Oh, it is simply incredible to people. After all, as book which was purely fop entertainment, The Witch Diaries could not feed people or help them with their studies, but yet it could sell this well, such her price. It was incredible. The idea was originally put forward His Majesty. Is it time to mancacrete.com? Think about the contents of the next volume. Have you concio fofo? Content of the next stories. Yes, His Majesty said Echo will be the major character of the next volume. It is called The Supermoon Princess from the Southernmost Regions, the Land of Swirling Sand and Volcanoes. What do you think of this title? Good, awesome. When His Majesty recaptures the Southern Territory. You to the princess's hometown to see the vast desert. Okay, I grew sleeping town and I haven't seen desert yet. Me too. Mad manga create com. There is still funny story of sisters becoming hometown. Can tell us say it all. Here quickly. It is job to spread stories about the witches and let everyone know who they really were. Echo had already gotten acquainted with the Star Flower Troupe, and all the actors were of praises for help in essive music. Evelyn had opened tavern next to the Holy Mountain Hotel, mainly offering mixed liquor with Linville flavor, making local residents and foreign travelers linger. I heard Hummingbird also joined the City Hall and became the Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Construction. And she was also the second witch officer the City Hall next to Scroll. Manga Create Com. The witches all worked very hard to build the city of Neverwinter. The same time we also made people accept out existence and equally treat as the same kind. The day which His Majesty had promised was within our Peace Decent vs. Web's Manca Creicom support tub. Them the last release that human wife is demon queen. Visit and this Mantua Manga Great.com to the translation. Hey, sure about this is the bedroom where your majesty lives. It is restricted area. The restricted area. Come on, gathering the three families to find out the reason happen has been acting strange. Isn't that the plan? And now this crucial time want to flinch. Merknersnick at H. I really admire you fopline Andrea's recent situation to bet messages from Quinn. If you weren't Andrea's childhood sweetheart, the old would have killed. Earl Quinn once had gotten glimpse from afar. He saw Moline woman god. It's unbelievable. The impact of this matter is also we confirm the conjecture before deciding the next step. Macabre. ZCOM, since it was impossible to bet the support of His Royal Highness append, this is the only way to discover the truth. When we were young we always gathered here, which is out secret base. Me yoke also have His Royal Highness append and Andrea. That time we were only about 10 years old. And we were found His Majesty Maya and were scolded most. Now that we ape adults, what will yoke Majesty think if we sneak into the bedroom without permission? Visit and website Manga Create Com. Fear or approach the truth. Which one do you choose? You are really well prepared. This liquid is the iron_melting water created master alchemist of the Glow City, and fist-sized bottle cost more than gold royals. After that you have to invite me to the best the city. Okay, got it. Fortunately we used this escape secret way to explore the palace when we were young. MX Cruico. If I remember correctly, if you go straight you sneak into the Dawn Castle. The end of the secret path is behind the fireplace, the bedroom of His Majesty Maya's palace. Visit Andreditor Websubman Creicom. It's His Majesty and append. You've late. Soppy unexpected situation happened on the way which took a lot of time. MNCA Create Com. Please forgive Yoke Highness append. There's no need to explain. All we need to do is to wake his father. It doesn't matter whether we alive early of late. You shouldn't say that. We still need the help of His Highness. It's good for both of to maintain harmonious relationship, isn't it? Website mangagreat.com. Give me the medicine. Your Highness, don't forget out agreement. This medicine is only effective if it was fed and exchange meet the requirements of His Holiness. His Holiness. This honorific could only be used to name the Pope Ape. They really sent the Mendicrisco. This way these two people are not alchemists, all they ape pipe witches, mentioned His Majesty Roland. I remember month ago I told to close the way to the kingdom of Wolf Heart as soon as possible. There's still many refugees flocking in. Even if it is crawling, you knights should push to the border. You know clearly that there ape large number of refers if they were prohibited from crossing the border. Most of them would die from starvation. Visit and reactor website Manhwa.com. There are no cities nearby and no places to provide food. I'll take the least week to go back to Wilderness Town if they retract their original steps. And they do that have anything to do with yoke, since they have abandoned their kingdom, whether it is starving to death of thirst to death, they answer fop themselves. Better pay attention to yoke. Father of do want to break the deal. Upend Manhwa.com. The pest of the road will be closed week. Is that a light? However, if they cross the border thole, the woodlands of the mountain ideas instead of walking those the official road, it's none of business. Of course, we will not force promising things that you cannot do. This will be fine. He will wake half hold as always. Visit and website mangagreat.com. Do you have to use yoke mouth to give the medicine? Yes, it'll only work if fed months as long as you comply with the agreement. You best assumed knowing that the King of Dawn will recover totally, even much healthier than before. The next time we come back, hope that the border would be completely closed. Do not let His Holiness down. Yoke Highness. You've witches aren't yoke. Manhwa.com. Eek. The so-called medicine be fed to be effective. Is it because of the magic power of the witch? Other than that, I can't find any other reason that could explain this, although the existence of witches within thee is incredible. All have done is nothing different from the demons. Ape, sure you want to say this. Silka.com. Come out. Ha, what admirably reckless move. And it makes no sense. It appears that the church doesn't leave you with great impression. Visit and website Manhwa.com. Guards, take them down. Decent UT Quizuk. Manhwa.com. Support the last release. That witch human wife is Adenoid Queen. Yoke bods. Punishment warriors are indeed miracle and are unimaginably strong, however they're not here. We have bods. Stone the palace as many as we want to think you'll have any chance to flee away. Wait are the witches we have encountered alone the way. Yoke arrangements. Siika Krieko. Those aren't real witches, they're tricks. The eats often use the handful of magic. 5 stones should give clear picture of you strength. Ape, there any differences between the witches and the common people without the protection of gods? Punishment warriors. It's not too late to be fop. Mercy, if hand over the elixir now if you don't want to be off your limbs, out your teeth and become humanoid pots to hold elixir. Do as I've said now. The others will be very angry if they heap you words. Moline boy, you should neither doubt the existence of witches, not late their power. Manhwa.com. What? Hope you stay so stubborn. The prison guards. LPE. Leak. Lera. This underscore? We can't get out one organ. Keep visit and only be website Manhwa.com. Opened from the room. His Majesty Albert. Don't too far. We still need him fop the time being. I know want to teach him little lesson. Mayan Krako. Don't Poppy, you've still alive. I can't guarantee you'll be lucky next time. How will we have Bod's stone of retaliation? How could the witches? Because we're pure witches seriously can't follow the agreement honestly. Visit and website Manhwa.com. You father will be safe and the existence of the Kingdom of Dawn will be extended. You remain member when the Chuck defeats the Kingdom of Grey Castle. Even Thole Yoke Kingdom will be under the governing of the still live Pick and generous life. You people also be saved from the pain of war, so bother to do these stupid things now. The way, remember to ask someone to clean keep. You father will wake soon. Don't you want him to see the blood-stained scene? The bedroom as soon. Manhwa.com. 2 or who to slalom. Hair. The pipe witches who had no fear of the god's stone and the plan to capture the Kingdom of Grey Castle and to take over the Kingdom of Dawn. Thee has long regarded the folk kingdoms as fat meat their months, which is exactly the same as his Majesty Poland said. Visit and website. What should we do? Tell all these things to Earl Quinn and out parents. The problem is beyond our capability. But you've seen the pure witches resist God's stone. What difference does it make if out families and Earl Quinn know the truth? I know someone who deal with them. We ask Fop Kelp have messenger of Kingdom of Grey Castle send the news to His Majesty Roland Wimbledon Keep. Are you laughing? Oh. I mean Duke Calvin of the northern section is very interesting. Father, first he asked me about accession ceremony and the new policy which were all expected. Suitfly ICXITHST subsleal _cheetah, Edith. However, the next dozen pages were actually praised Fop. The beauty and talent of daughter Edith Hit also claimed that she would be able to handle all kinds of issues and affairs, whether they were domestic or foreign ones. The best queen candidate, this is marriage request, would not agree to him. Of course not, I don't need marriage connections to preserve the stability of throne. Furthermore, the letter makes help solid so perfect I won't even dare to let key into the castle of else it may become unclear who the king is. Visit Andriada Tour website mangacrease.com. Well, you do sound. Hey, don't you believe me? What is it then? Being it the nobleman's request Fop marriage to you. Again, letter from the old capital. This is secret letter from the old capital. It is estimated that there is news from the king's city. It seems that Ambassador Yoko, who was dispatched to the city of Dawn, did not indulge the banquet ballroom all day long. Mekonkriaiko business ability is still excellent. The palace of Kingdom of Dawn has been infiltrated, the place which who defy the bod's stone of retaliation to use their abilities. When Prince Happen attempted to resist the place which they manipulated his guards to slit their own throats. The aim is to establish film control over the Kingdom of Dawn before it places concentration on attacking the Kingdom of E-Ray Castle. Otto Lloyd and Ops Tokay witnessed everything that took place. The three families hope to receive yoke kind aid, witches who we Kurdengreich in line to the influence of the god's stone. As far as I knew, only two kinds of beings could do this. The first was extraordinarily with their enhanced bodies, while the second was senior demons that were called spermatic. Visit and website mangagreat.com. It seems that plans to recapture southernmost region would have to be adjusted substantially. Yoke Majesty, I sleekest that we let the newly trained soldiers take the place of the First Army soldiers stationed Fallen Payon side. They'll have no problems dealing with the nobles there, while this would allow the First Army to gather its greatest strength to fight against the do it. Presently we are facing two main problems. The first is that we don't know when the enemy will attack. The second is that we don't know where they'll attack from. Manga Greco. The church used to have only one role: to invade the Kingdom of Grey Castle. This would be traveling directly south. Tholwood Wind idea to reach King's City. However, now that the church controls the Kingdom of Dawn, it's possible that the Judgment Army will attack those there. Border. Does anyone have good idea how we cope with this? No matter where they appear from, they'll first have to thole the northern peeing. Visit and website. I suggest that we allow Miss Edith to back and inform Keep Father about this. We'll then keep lookout Fop enemies. The northern reckon this is the most secure way. Your Majesty, while it's indeed necessary to send people to monitor every road, the north, it won't be effective method on its own. The response will be slow, and the time enemies ape discovered it'll mean that they have already been to act. That's give you very little time to respond. Do have Manka Krayako better plan? Of course. We should send people to Kermes, the holy city. What use would that be? Do you think the Pope will inform you when he dispatches his army? Also, the people living there are believes and zealots. It'll be difficult Fop spies to blend in. There's no need to enter the holy city. Visit and website. All we need to do is to have nice chat with nearly merchant. Decent us was Manka Craycom. Support them. The last release that human wife's demon queen Manka Craycom. Please look this. Herms has unique topography, and the impeccable mountain range has left gentle slope here. The old part of the holy city is located the MNCI Krenico lower end of the slope, while new part is built on Plateau on the higher end. The environment there is very harsh, although there ape natural bagpipes that keep demonic beasts away. The highland isn't really suitable fop living, let alone fop cultivating and farming. This means that they have to gather supplies from other places every autumn. There are dozens of carriages visitant website manga create.com coming from the folk kingdoms every day order to supplement supplies. Fop the new holy city on the plateau to now the old holy city has become something like market town where these carriages may rest, as well as checkpoint where the church control the flow of people in out of the new city. Other words, whenever they mobilize the judgment army, it is absolutely impossible to escape the eyes of these businessmen. Manka Kriakon. Perhaps what Calvin Kant wrote the letter isn't all boastful things, the least terms of the manner. She is indeed worthy of being called Pearl of the Northern region. The way you majesty may I inspect how yoke army fights combat, give always been curious as to know how you managed to capture King's City just one day. If I understand how the first army operates, I may be able to contribute to title battles and make arrangements. Fop Kerf yes visit and website. Manga great. This could be very difficult battle. It's best that you inform Lady till the Sleeping Island witches may be able to assist yoke Sleeping Island's problems anointed to no less than mine if till brought help subordinates to aid me while their internal issues were still not resolved. Sleeping Island might fall into be trouble. However, this did not mean that Sylvie's words were senseless. Witches were indeed the most effective way of dealing with the pure witch and their uncanny abilities. MNCA Create.com. I will remember to write letter to help. Don't forget to prepare God's stones of retaliation. Fop you men hold out the Linton's centuries of existence. There have been several witches with inconceivable levels of ability. Any normal person who didn't wear God's stone would have completely no resistance against them. Where find many God's stones of retaliation such short time? Ask the visit and church website mangagreat.com. What do you mean? What we have to do now is to out the enemy's stronghold. Just like breaking off the faces of poisonous snake. The church is coming. Mike and Krakow. Will His Majesty, I'm willing to win, spend all time generating electricity. Fop him the factory area. Oh come on, His Majesty would have to arrange someone to take care of you. If so, how it is keep ill work even harder to visit and produce. Right website mangagreat.com. Liquor be needed while we're war with thee. Is that so? Anyway, we are not afraid of fighting thee, although everyone is worried. No one flinches. This change mentality is probably related to the fact that His Majesty never failed the foreign war. All this war will be crucial to the witch union. Has anyone thought about what will happen if His Majesty completely defeats the Kinden Kriaiko? What does this mean? It means that the whole kingdom and even the whole continent will become safe. Fop, which is to beside His Majesty's territory. We would be able to create new wood together with other people, the one where everyone enjoys equal honor and status. However, going His Majesty's usual way of doing things, everyone to just do yoke jobs as usual. As Scroll once said, the intention to be considerate of other people is more important than anything else. Visit and website mangagreat.com. As long as you have this confidence, we will not fail. This place is one home and will be served as the turning point. Fop the fates of all witches. Willing to give everything. Fop it. I really don't wish to have to deal with this annoying before fighting against the demons. Visit and website Manga Great. Fop His Majesty Roland and City of Overwinter. Fop the Witch Lining. Fop the Eternal Holy Mountain. Manga Create.com. Are you also worried about this war? One have been waiting for long time to take proper revenge on thee. Our sisters who wrongly dyed the hands also be looking forward to this day. Sit and read a tour. Webseab Manica Grenscom. You continue to do whatever you want. Manka Kriaikom, just remember to take good care of His Majesty. And also yourself. Do you understand? I will. Decent just Kerweb Sub Manka Kraycom Support Tube. The last release that which human wife is admin lean. Bags of wheat plundered from fallen dragon ride quickly filled the empty granaries and the food needed. Fop the war should be enough. The soldiers recruited had already completed their basic training. Manga Great Com. The task of robbing Bod's stones from the time is not very intensive, and it should be enough to elect people to go on the expedition. Addition, this operation is likely to encounter the plenty of the so Sylvie and iffy or important. Visit and website mangagreat.com. Your Highness, it is still difficult to decide where to choose as the counter-attacking place. What do you think? I think the battle has to be carried out Western region for the First Army to utilize its advantage. Firepower, large number of ships provide with logistical support, ammunition and personnel be replenished within day, and this distance is Evtof M5 Ilea AI. To the church, if they cannot break Thol within months, they won't even have any food left. This strategy is impossible. There are many believers the kingdom of Grey Castle. As long as the Pope gives order, countless believers will bring all kinds of food to the door. And the possesses pills of madness which ordinary people into enchanted monsters. If the war situation bad fop them, they may willfully force the people these places to consume these pills and manipulate them to fight against old army Milka Kriiko. The goal is the most important thing. Battle, if we cannot achieve or intended goal, even victory will be failure. His Majesty needs every one of his citizens. We cannot allow them to enter out kingdom and destroy the populace. This what do mean is that the enemy will take the initiative before entering the Grey Castle. What should I do if I out of ammunition? The delivery of gunpowder be manual job and can't be delivered day of 2. It's true that I don't know what you said about gunpowder. Weapon, Lee, no tie, no war be premised on sacrificing people. Don't we place our troops and supplies the border cities? Advance this not only Manson Kriaikom, significantly shorten the transportation distance, also avoid fighting within the country. How do we know advance whether will attack from? We glide them to attack from certain point. Visit and website Manga Great Cop. We estimate the time of the invasion based on the transportation of food supplies. Then the church would also be able to detect the approaching of war based on changes out border cities. Woodwind ride, that's piety. If we amass supplies, woodwind idea, and station the First Army the nearly Deep Valley town, we be confident of directing the enemy to attack from certain role, right? Because woodwind ride is too near to the holy city. Rather than wait fop there to attack, it's better fop to assume offensive stance and compel them to concentrate their forces this ahead. What if they insist on not going this way? Pom. Then the holy city of Herms will be completely flattened. Visit and website mangagreat.com. Blazing flames. The blazing flames are everywhere. I was your mother, GKCNGRZIICOH, and you bapokkapai. Actually escape alone. His. Didn't you rescue them? Damn, how you only care about yourself. Had I had visit and AF? Had this dream again. Macrik Create Com. Sister Anna, you've come so early. Good morning. The weather today seems good. Will you still be going to the North Slope Mountain later? I have some other things to do first. I'll only be going the afternoon. Oh, that's right. Could it be that you and His Majesty Roland of VSIT Andrea Datku Websubmensi Kriagam going shopping? This is this month's salary to told royals. Thank yoke. Minion Griecom. Miss Anna, shall we proceed? As shall. Yes. Anna, wait fop me, we're okay. I'm soppy to trouble yoke. It's piece of effort. Knock. Knight, you've kept come and have sip of water. Not this is the gold royal of this month's. Perhaps this is the best way now. If I come forward personally, the paranoid father will certainly show his father's prestige again, which will only be moped troublesome fop. His Majesty MSI and Raider Tour Merkeltum Jun Kresdom. I can't add any more burden to His Majesty. Anna, it's done. Kuan Kuziko. Okay, thank yoke. Don't tell His Majesty. Of course. Understand. UT website Manka Kriaikom Bosporus them. The last release that which human wife is Adenoid K. It is incredible that such be change take place the west just one winter Minsi Kresko. Oh. It's busier here than Sleeping Island, and there ape as many people as ants. I think so too. I Remember that when the bridge was just built, I still didn't understand His Highness made the bridge so wide. And now it seems that this decision is indeed just right. Let's got if it goes well the renovation of the seaport be completed today. Bang. Visit and website mancagreat.com. Awesome really made road thrower the mountain view of corpse there's nothing I can't do. Do you brine the fire not what do you want to do of course it is to roast fish how about drive them out to the top of the water's surface when I attract them here we just them under the fop 2 days. If we don't have the fire, haven't you gotten tired of eating that manctary icon on Sleepy Island I don't want to it anymore. Short it is forbidden to fish here and His Majesty will not like the taste of salted fish. I feel it was quite good I don't know if Ashes are still suffering from famous fish sold on their Sleeping Island. Visit and website mancagreat.com. I heard from His Majesty that he intended to build harbour here so Lady Till come here anytime she wants. And she won't need to come hot air balloon anymore. So will she come? I have no idea soon His Majesty has to fight against this so she comes to help the brother say. That's breath this little Bill knew nothing about the war. If Lady Till failed to solve the Blooding Association's problem and the church attacked His Majesty Roland the same time it would mean big trouble however it would be great if Lady Till could come to Border Town again and Mancagreat live forever. If so other witches and me live happily Border Town. Everything is visit and preceding website according to the plan. As long as enough stones of God's punishment are obtained the leading troops will go to the north. Eventually Deep Valley Town will gather army of people to force the to have been with them woodwind. Ride. Please don't Poppy Yoke Majesty ill write letter to inform father to send half of his grains to thee. Soldiers and the Lord of Deep Valley Town Mancagreat will also his best to fulfill any request. From the First Army. Aren't you going back to the northern region rather than going home? I want to follow the First Army. To participate all the next battles. Please take care of brother Fop me ill take good care of him. Thanks so Yoke Majesty Magacreate.com ill wait Fop Deep Valley Town Fop the real Great War. Bin it is obviously life and death war she said it is like dating lover or does she still upset the letter I've told Yoke it's impossible. The way did she lie there are basically no problems least when allegiance is expressed and when talking about those combat arrangements she told the truth. That's enough let's back to the castle. Mind Cree, COI. The western border finally has outlet to the sea next the Ministry of Construction will be notified. To build mope houses warehouses and temporary docks addition the input and production of coke ovens. I. Take Sylvie to catch with the departing fleet and let Iffy follow what the letter says. Pay. Minor, Iko. What will we do when we arrive the wharf? How about shocking them first with the naval artillery that may arouse hostility to the other lord's old primary goal is the church. And the others be aside accordance with you diplomatic process hand the documents as soon as possible. Let me the Kant family is family, the north and father is considered duke so visit. And it is not problem to website mancagreat.com serve as emissary. What if there is danger? Let's take group of soldiers with us once we hear the gunfire we will launch storming attack. Macacreescon. I Lord of Seawater City Earl Delta please follow me into the city. I think it's clear the documents of His Majesty the is trying to visit and occupy the Four Kingdoms. Website and their rebellion has become fact you should have heard the calamity that happened the Kingdoms of Overwinter and Wolfheart. We'll leave once we clear out the people well it is not necessary to be and tonight I'll hold grand feast the castle, I hope all of you attend. Thank you Fop Yoke invitation it will be honor we have to complete His Majesty's task first sure. Mancagreat. What happened the whole army obeys orders and vigilance on the spot. Vizian Dreadator website Mancagreat.com. Watch out. There is magic reaction ahead. Just an our websub Mancagreat.com support the last release that human wife is admin queen. Tell you knights to step aside now eek, IIDN crutch. Hi. Eula Fen. Those are really rebels, Uridan Kuzik damn, it kill all these traitors fop me. Watch alt. Coming key Amy. If it's which. Key high, Argakriatcom. 5. The magic mankacrete.com power has disappeared. Is she really witch from the wasn't his majesty? Clear the pamphlet. That was distributed the capital that not only poisoned the ordinary people with the berserk pills. They also train witches to serve them secret only the innocent girls that were framed the stand on. Outside. Have you not heard any of this before? I had heard this before, it was really unbelievable. Next. Follow His Majesty's request and take action. I. Managerial O. This, IECICRZCH. Rubbing ruining. It has been more than 2 months since Iffy and Soft Feathers were dispatched, and to this day there is still no news. Honey is also the western region of the Kingdom of Greencastle. Just threaten her and seize one of her animal messengers to send message. Could that be what happened, Iridan Krakow? The situation on Sleeping Island was getting worse and worse fop me since till started the sleeping spell. All non-combat witches were on help side. The ordinary people of the fjords showed greater need for assistant witches besides there were common people. Lady, it's not good what happened. There's new witch here on Sleeping Island. I keep name. Was Annie. So what? Give Met help before she's from the kingdom of Wolfheaped. Ian Cracom, are you saying she's the one Bloodline Association has rejected rumbling? It's impossible. Is it the same name? I thought first. I hid the crowd to take sneak peek. Although Seti was carried into the palace, her appearance was very similar to Annie few years ago. A super lady. I'm not slope about the other witches. Annie is different. Back then she power friend with her who is now Iffy. Did you let keep got, I Inkazich not Lady I. Did what you ordered me to do. Please believe me, I will never betray yoke. You said that she was carried into the palace just now. What happened to her? She seemed to be infected with cold epidemic and was seriously ill. People have already sent someone to invite Della Brine Nightfall here and let Heidi go to get more information. Heidi has never seen Annie. She won't be recognized. Yes. Hey Sakriko. That witch called Annie is already asleep. The cold epidemic has already infected her lines. She has been ill for quite long time. Is it what's Camilla planning manager to do? She said there's witch the western region of the Kingdom of Grey Castle who could cup all kinds of diseases. She's going to send Annie to the western region when the rainstorm stops to the west. See, make her sleep forever. Right, you mean Lineseed of Peaceful Death? Yes, I can. Because she's traitor of Blooding Association. You don't have to know the details. MangaGreat.com. Remember, she can't be excused. What do you want to disobey command? Of course not, lady. I'm willing to take care of this traitor fop yoke. Manga Great. Control the attack time of the Seed of Peaceful Death right when you implant the seed Annie's body. Don't make it take effect instantly and kill her silently when she boards the charming reality. Yes. Got. Now we shall visit this traitor. GVICRG Rentcom. Are you else? I heard from Heidi that Kingdom of Wolf Hearts witch has arrived here. It is said that she is bad condition. Let's come and see. Kept Annie has fallen asleep under Della's conciliation. I suppose better leave keep alone. We want to take look because the name is really familiar. We suppose maybe she was part of and not lost when we ran away from Archive Island. MangaGreat.com. This, then okay, come in. Uru no rent website Micah Crejum Tosbot. The last rule of that witch human well demon queen. Mankacrit.com. Annie is inside. Well, let's go in Van French. Who sent keep were? MRCNCREAICH. Do you want to kill Kerf? Seed of Peaceful Death, you really do it. Visit and website. This is illusion. Visit and website. Damn it. Shadow bet out of were fop me. Sky Flare. Get help. Yes. Co-creator. Ah. Lady, we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Visit and website at FA Ashes. She pretended to scream just now. Damn it, Metacritic. Don't bother to explain, I spare you life if you surrender paid now. Everything is not over yet. Skyflare, stop asked. Get rid of Shadow first and leave Andrea hostage. Visit and website mangagreat.com. What is that? NBA. Lady Ape, you are light? MVIC Krakow. Don't poppy about me, go and kill Keep. Do you still want to resist? No, I surrender, please don't, Master Heidi. Visit all website mangagreat.com. I will keep her life, keep Highness till hasn't yet fielded something out as soon as all the evidence against Keep is certain she'll be punished. Evidence Annie betrayed the Blooding Association's witches. This is Lady planned to harm kept. Oh. Is that what she told Yoke? Annie never joined the Blooming Association. I still underestimated Billy's yellow hair is head. Now that failure is foregone conclusion, Till will least be taught lesson power of pulverizing. Not Lady. Visit and website mangagreat.com. This stone of God's punishment. What remorse. Manka Create Co. We have caught Heidi and we will wait fop the trial next. What's the matter, are you uncomfortable? When I first saw Poland's secret letter, I actually didn't believe the above contents. We witches have finally found old own home. Did they want to repeat the tragedy of the past years? Isn't it better to live this place and be satisfied? Stand or SLHA Hemian at you've done great job. Not all witches ape on Heidi's side. Many war witches have fallen to us. I hope so. Since Heidi did this, I can't indulge help anymore. According to Jiffy's view, most of the witches the Blooding Association knew nothing about it. Will ask Camilla to call. They're willing to stay here and wait FOP results. We won't treat them as enemies. Manka Kriaiko, when the stop is over, will bring Heidi to the western region to fight against the that's light. To fight against the Judgment Army, God's Punishment Army, pure witches, and the Battle of Divine Will. Just as Roland said, his letters, witches will embrace real liberation if we completely push down the I would help him even if he wasn't brother, because it helps me too. Visit and website mangagreat.com. Do you guys care to join me? Of course I'll always GE with Yoke. Decent Uru and Ran website Makauri Iagam, support them. The last release that human wife is Adamunk QHL. Manga Create.com. Visit and this Mantua to the translation the drawbridge. Beeps of Silver City had been down. Beep, we're going beeps to break into the beeps. I got it. Be careful. It seems Mr. Kurziko that this is the limit distance. If you want to directly contact the eastern north borders, set transfer station here. Moreover, the number of smells is not enough. You've only made 4 pairs. An action like the campaign would need 2 pairs. It's not easy to catch demon twice. This is indeed problem. The smells permitted only one-way information transmission. The witches had hold 2 smells order to achieve the 2 effective instant message system. However, the smells are not impossible to improve. Beeps, there's something wrote. Beeps, just wait minute. Are there pure witches of the moving black holes of magic power? Not beeps. I didn't see the reaction of beeps. God's stones. There are no God's stones. Not there's nothing. Beeps, the air going in. Beeps, the basement is empty. They had escaped. It's impossible. Was so cautious. It's hard to say after all. Only Sylvie Seathole. The ambushes of the enemies. If one group had encountered powerful pure witches, the troops would have suffered heavy loss. Are quite comforting now here. How about it? Do feel better now? If not, I massage you shoulders. Wendy taught me massage technique that's make relaxed. Wendy even do this. She's very versatile to know the Witch Cooperation Association trekked long distance and suffered lot. It was Wendy who took care of one sister and stabilized out team. Here is lightning. Repeat, here is lightning. Please answer when you hear. Oh. I hear Yoke speak. Please. The red mist behind the snow mountain disappeared. Not it is disappearing. What do you sleep? Yes, Maggie is keep to you. Ask he. The red has indeed faded away. It's not paid. You should say this is Maggie and then report COO cool mancacrete.com. Where do you? Now don't get close to Devil's Town and Huey back now. Bet Agatha fought me. Maybe only she knows what's going on. Yes. Unfortunately, I can't give the answer either. The Union could rarely bet close to Devil's Town. And never heard of their retreat during battles, even the visit and wars that lasted. Website manga. Great for several decades. That case keep monitoring them. FOP now. Yes, you majesty. 5 days later, lightning reported that the red mist behind the snow mountains had completely disappeared. Do you want to send someone to and take look? Manka Kriaikom. We're about to be arrived. Bet ready to land. X. This is the first time I have approached residents of demons. Lightning is landing. Repeat, lightning is visit, and website mankagreat.com landing. Be careful to remember to escape immediately if there is any danger. Lightning, got it? Do the demons really live? Place. Looking from the there's manga create.com. Nothing special this place now. It really looks weird. I don't know what happened to them. It has happened not long ago. Do you say that? Because the stone towers haven't completely withered. Yet they have darkened surface, which is far from being roll and fragile. This is completely different from the barren land left after the minions seized the frontline camp. That means the demons didn't intend to withdraw, or they just made hasty decision to retreat. Let's to the center of the camp, the highest tower where the eye demon lived. Maybe we find something. Else I hope summer find alt. The called. Cool mankakriai.com. Who die trap here to harm people? What naughty gremlins? Oh. Website manga great.com. There is demon here. It's tried. The demon seems to be dead. I remember Sylvie once said that the demons were hiding under the ground. Piety. This confirms that the incident had happened very suddenly, otherwise these demons would not have waited for new orders until they died. Then let's and look. Fop it, I don't want to fall into the trap again. QNN Kriai.com. Front of is. Oh. Shall we down and check it out? Don't bowl, not cool. Visit and website mankacreate.com. Okay. Then let's take walk around it. Lots. What are you doing here? I trying to make pathway. Mankacrete.com. This will facilitate the transportation of magic stones and equipment. Let me help you transport it. Visit and website manga.great.com. Maggie brought back lot of magic stones and Summer is also looking back to the case of the incident. However, if I want to wait fop everything to settle down, I have to wait fop while you majesty your letter. All manicure. ZCOM sit Julzasu Z subsume exile uz suits few trits stay also. Decent Uru. Our website Mau Kraycom support I. The last release that human wife is demon queen. Is that have pit over there the collapsed shipyard? What ape they're doing over there? You've heard about it too, of course. Anna told me on the day that 3 workers broke their lease. The beginning of construction. We haven't filled it out clearly. And it won't be like this afterward. Visitant reactor website manga create.com. Look, ship is coming. Lone time no see till manka kriai.com. I poet Heidi along. Who is Heidi? She seems to be the leader of the Blooding yes Iffy Association mentioned her before. Visit and website manga.great.com. Have not rid of help if you mean controlling her. Paid now. Yes, you think so. But she refused to tell me where the witches rejected the Blooding Association went. She said she would only tell you when she saw Yoke. Meet me. I bless. She considers you keep last life-saving straw. The ruler of Grey Castle. Representing the Mark-concrete secular nobles. She probably thinks as long as she gives enough profits, we'll let her of even kelp her to regain help power. The kingdom of Wolf Heart are reminding me of what I should do. Don't poppy. I won't measure the lives of witches with interests. Otto, this idiot Ke still behaves just the same as Ke did when he was little. Ke would never dare to enter the palace without open. Least Ke succeeded revealing what they was doing to us. Besides, he did it mainly because of Yoke. France Ice. Have you replied to him? I advised him not to act rashly, as even God's stone of retaliation could not affect the witches. Almost impossible fop ordinary people to defeat her. Besides, Prince Happen mentioned that there were Bod's punishment warriors too. The Kingdom of Dawn is too far away from the Kingdom of Grey Castle. I can't offer him any help directly under such circumstances. It's wise decision to pretend to know nothing about the church secret until the church focuses on the Kingdom of E-Ray Castle. Milt. He may not be able. Website manga great to control himself well. Acting on impulses has been habit of Otto Lori even since he was child. Ke will listen because I told him one more thing, that is Andrea was safe place and the enemy could hardly her even if she had to first against thee. If Ke died he would never have had the chance to meet Andrea again. This is very effective persuasion key. Well, let's talk about how to deal with the attack next. Since I got the news, I've already sent the first army to deliver war materials to Deep Valley Town. And the same time to wipe out the influence of the Church Kingdom Manka Kriaiko. This way the holy city of Herms will soon sense the intention of Grey Castle to garrison Woodwind Ride deliberately. With all due respect, most of the time the information deliberately leaked to the enemy be false and delusive. Right, it's better to do the opposite. It's the only way that I ensure where the is going to attack first, and doing people will suffer less. Headlong confrontation is also what the first army is best battles. But there's still hidden danger, the place witches visit, and that's where don't Poppy be brother. The witches of Sleeping Island will fleet with yoke. Still so neat, manga create com. There is good fresh food it. Did you call him be brother today? On Sleeping Island didn't you say that you helped him only to help yourself? And you said he was not like Prince Roland all. I don't think he's the stupid cowardly elder brother of mine, and I don't care keep he's him of not. Have ever considered the meaning of this was against the visit and website manga great. Retaliation. It means freedom of life. Manka Kriaikom, have you ever thought of moving where? Do you ask this? Never thought of leaving yoke? That's not what I mean, to tell the truth. This place is not bad place, isn't it? The Witch Cooperation Association have their reason to stay were and work fop Roland. We're different, we have our own home. There are only tepi possible engines fop this war. The first is that we get defeated the gods punishment army and die the northern region Zeandredito Webseub Malniga Cresco. Under circumstances neither Sleeping Island not overwinter matters to anymore. You'll never die that kind of place, I swear life. That's just hypothesis. I don't think I'll get killed the either. Then don't say it. Let's talk about the second case. The second possibility is that Roland loses the war, we survive. QVANCNCREAICOH. That way the kingdom of Grey Castle will no longer be able to resist to overwinter, will be caught 5, and Roland will have only one place to Sleeping Island. Well, we will continue to resist the oppression of the Chuck there until the battle of divine will comes. What about the kind possibility? The third is that we defeat thee and take over the holy city of Herms. All the witches will be free from bullying and persecution and get emancipated. Then when this day comes, the mission of Sleeping Island is over. Visit and website mangagreat.com. Sleeping Islands are originally defined homes fop witch women. After the collapse of there is naturally no need to tie everyone to the fjord island. That time people choose the city they like to live in plenty. Even if it is a demonic abyss of hell, I will stay you side. And the wood have salted fishes and fish sold. Don't worry, eating 2 of them makes me feel sick. Too ill, probably come to live over winter fop while to change taste. Kiddenkriek, what are you talking about? You? What ape you going to do? The feeling of more than people on the skip to come lout is of course to take bath serving a dozen about. However, it is not surprising that some people can't notice it. Lady till ape you going with me? Yes. Wait for me, I'll change visit and tour clothes website managerial. Ahem. So I come on. I did not invite yoke ill a company till not yoke, don't take me wrong. If we really defeat the live like this up and best new crei com downpour them. The last release that witch human well demon queen. Manga create com. Manga great. Isn't it brother? If you want to hear I also call you like this, Emma. You've 3 years older than me, don't nobles value yoke integrity? Older sister and younger brother, it also sounds good. Mangagreai.com. What do you think that changed keep attitude towards me? Who knows? Maybe didn't use the blooding association witches to split Sleeping Island and quickly declared war on the that's bless. Maybe it was slip of her tongue. Yes, the reason isn't as important as the facts, no matter what it is. Efforts have gained wide recognition among Reincarnated, the Sleeping Island witches. This is Heidi Korean Yoke Majesty. To ensure Nina's safety, I knocked help out before mine Creacom treatment, otherwise it would be too dangerous to take off the Bod's stone of retaliation on her. I keep from the other Blooding Association witch that she tried to hold Andrea as the hostage when she was besieged, otherwise it wouldn't have been like this. I see, you did good job. Wake her, yes. 9 Crimson. I'm Roland Wimbledon, King of Grey Castle. Give Herd wanted private talk with me, you talk to me now. Tell me where had all the witches you rejected have gone. That's what Iffy told Yoke. Yes, the witch named Annie was key friend. Could have given them shelter. Archduke Island is the domain of Archduke Korean. And you have his successor. It's impossible that you can't even afford dozen of assistant. IICN Creco witches. Even if they ape useless, all needed to do the time was to offer them some gruel day, not to mention. Assistant witches are far more powerful than you imagine. Well said, you are using them. Do still believe I totally depend on the witches to capture the king's city and become King of Grey Castle. If they had such stone power, they wouldn't have been suppressed, thee and the secular lords. I want to ask you again. Where did you send the witches rejected Yoke? I let them find the other witch organizations. I've no idea where they went. Nanga Grenico, maybe some of them might return to the nearly towns and cities, and some might to the Kingdom of Dawn. You've lying, none of this is tried. Not Yoke Majesty, she knows nothing about me. There is nothing to Adele Nightingale tell truth from. Lies you can't lie about. Anything front of help Yoke Majesty. Wimbledon, the kingdom? Or Wolfcamp NBA Annex, the king has been lost and now I'm the only descendant of the Morgan royal family. As long as you help me remain kingdom, I'll manga create CM, bring you countless profits. Gold, royals, jewels and even witches. The Blooding Association will also be you command. I'll give half of the kingdom of Wolf Heart. The land on the west of Blackstone Cliff will be you'll stop. Want know where the witches went? What kingdom can't yet compare with those witches? Didn't understand what I said. I'm not interested. The land thousands of miles away. I want to know the whereabouts of those witches. Wigger Creacom, the client inquiry is only out of the most basic etiquette between nobles. I have many other methods to make tell the put. As Fop Topple, I think you know more than me. I'll do no good apart from suffering. Will Yoke really let me got? I have always done what I said. Mryan Creech. I sent them to the nobles, didn't you sell them to the nobles? This is just transaction itself with the witches awakened on Archduke Island alone. There will not be enough witches to attract more witches to come to me. I have to spread the name of the association Thpolcholt, the kingdom of Wolf Heart. Who did those things? Fop Yoke. Iffy said that you've never met Annie Skyflare, she was killed. Asked. First I wanted to help father seize the throne which should belong to him. Wisagreeacle. Your Majesty, are you really going to spare the life of that older? Heidi Morgan is witch of Sleeping Island. It's not appropriate for me to execute Kerf Minkagriaiko. As Fop, whether Sleeping Island will spare her of not, that's not what I decided. How could she give witches as reward to those filthy nobles? Has Nightingale confirmed? She spilled everything after few preliminary questions. She was more vulnerable than I thought. Thank you Fop doing this. Fop me. Don't be silly, I'm you brother. Heidi Morgan is also, so to speak, witch on Sleeping Island. She should be handed over to Yoke. I understand. If this happened Nevep Wintech City, what would you do? Manga Great Com. I'll do the same thing. Okay, I know what I should do now. I'll now excuse myself brother. Ashes, come with me. This is lightning. Repeat, this is lightning. Sump has found the time of the accident. Manga Great Com. Hey. I don't know how to describe it. This is unprecedented discovery. 2 monsters, months and tentacles. Oh, and your Majesty better come to see it yourself. Up and you website Manka Creicom support the last release that witch human wife's demon queen. Manga create com. Almost come a slope. Visit and website. This is the mark left lots manga create com. Look over there's hole the rocks. What is this I don't know but I've seen similar holes. Tail LNNCAOOADLC mountain danger the ones there are slightly bigger. The deeper I probe the more I feel that something is looking me inside VSIT Andredat website. Manga create com. Something. Yes, there is more than one the valley on the way to the camps of the Witch Cooperation Association. Urengrenzkon. There's path leading to the bottom of the ground I've never been down TP take Sylvie too. TM Pagar LF. Mountain dance after she's back yes. You Majesty welcome. Where are Lightning and the others visit and website manga great she's flying around with Elmer she. Couldn't stop now Phi ethnic. Almost turned into help playground. Well it really would be national park that you need to buy tickets to enter the modern world. What are you talking about? Not anything I'll use the sigil of listening to ask her to come back now let's to where the collapsed stone tower is. Lightning is landing. Manga Greco. Huh, are you okay if everybody's keep lettings bet started yes you majesty. Visit and website. This was what it looked like keep days on alert before the incident if retrospective power was used only once Suma maintained the illusion FOP nearly holds so we observe the whole stop. Where's that eye demon that you talked about the one with eyeballs all over that will attract the demon's attention once it sees yoke the top of this stone tower Hanka Kriaikom the stone tower exceeds the pain of Suma's ability so we can't see it FOP the time being. What? It's coming this is. There is tentacled monster hidden under the black stone tower. Visit and website it's over. This is the wiggling monster that ate Agatha's lag did it attack the Devil's Town we alert have been wrong earlier it's probably not demonic hybrid enslaved demons. Least it isn't controlled the demons behind the snow-capped mountains. I agree there were no records of this kind of demonic beast whatsoever Alpine the two battles of divine will if demons do have the ability to subjugate them we won't be able to hold long. If not demons, then who did Manka create com? And the group of transparent mantises found Nightingale showed that the behavior or these demonic beasts was planned can't it be random action hybrids or no means? Ordinary demonic beasts based on their performances during the months of demons they have already developed critical thinking skills. Perhaps they'll be even smarter than if they live long enough. Indeed when the living environment and the requirement FOP necessities changed what was considered to be intelligent might be distinctive as well. Therefore, it is doubtful whether human beings are the smartest species the world of not. Manka Kriaikom. Everyone look there is whole heel. Visi Andredita you follow, website Manga Kriaikom the torchlight. You majesty please keep. Well it seems that we have to explore the highest mountain the west. Decent U website Merkokbatsum support tube the last rule of that which human wife is demon queen Manka great com. Thank you FOP yoke hard work are there any new discoveries? Except for the snow not to mention demons and evil beasts even a little bit of animals can't be seen. It seems that I think to the peak of this snow-capped mountain looks more like have Manka Great volcanic crater. Throws the thick layer of ice it is seen that there is water flowing underneath what do you think? Is on the peak. Ruins Blackstone Pagodas remains of town these won't be surprising. Is this the source of the seawater river yes it's within the clouds if it wasn't FOP the sound of pushing water I wouldn't have noticed it. Did you attempt to enter these cracks Be honest Manga Griecom I couldn't. The cracks were surely be enough, and their heights were sufficient to accommodate half castle the mist created the rapids was too dense and I couldn't see anything it was also accompanied strong winds which pushed me back very quickly. Don't something so dangerous the title. Don't you remember what you promised me I promised to ask FOP you permission? That's piety the penalties FOP the exercises this time will be waived go back with first. Manka create how about the snow maintain? We'll halt the work FOP now we shall wait until Sylvie returns before we talk about deeper explorations I have to place focus on the war with the yoke majesty I have idea what do you think? The snow mountain is freezing cold. Who would choose to set camp that kind of place? Demean the megamouth beasts are hiding within the snow mountain. It's only guessed if they are as skillful borrowing as we believe. It won't be difficult for them to build dens the mountain's body, and what? Could there be connection between them and the holes the impassable mountain range? CVIDNCRZCM. Master all the stargazing beats or their places. Kanka Kryacom have finished the division of the constellation. Yes, astrologer of B. Pete Skystar who is responsible for the North 1 area is ill today and astrologer of Void Star will take his place. Then loot the flame. We shall start to observe stars. Yes. Sure enough, the effect of the telescope delivered His Majesty Roland was far better than that of the old-fashioned stargazing gear. That is, then that prophecy, is it going to come true? Aye. Quick, write it down. East area early Sumer between hexagram and blazing start mine Kriakon. What is its name? No name now. Master, do as I've said, and there's no need to write the name down. Gather the astrologers the observatory and ask the apprentices to leave right now. Flinkreach. Signs of disaster have emerged. What should we do next? Under normal circumstances we should report it to the king. You mean Roland? Wimbledon will believe. Even if he does not believe, the stars will not disappear. Enough manga Kriaikom. Don't reveal the news of the star for the time being. Let's observe it for few more days. 1 week late. After week of observation, the stay of extinction does not seem to show signs of movement. The astrologer of Rose stay. However, its light has been changing all the time. Makagrenscom. If the advent of star of extinction refers to being seen, the people is their possibility. Even if the stay of extinction does not move, the increased brightening light will make it surpass the phosphorus. Become took hanging over there so that everyone see it. The ordinary people did not know how to identify the constellation. That did not mean that they could not see the stars. Mangakrut.com. The brightness of some stars was match for consent, which could be easily seen on the night of the day. If that star had unique color, it would be more easily detected. No. I'll write letter to His Majesty Roland now. Minion Kriaikom. Hoping it's not too late. Decent up adrenal webs. Mokritcom support the last release. That which human wife is demon quell. Manka Great Com. You Majesty. Give seen Wendy's expedition roster and name isn't on it. Please octave me fop not accepting this. Yoke Majesty. I understand how you feel. However, the military Mudden Grieko production, the border area needs you, whether it be the components of the heavy machine of the flies of the howitzer. Your processing skills are required. And these are crucial to our victory. Not because the front line is dangerous. There is certainly certain danger fighting against the will. Definitely win. You don't have to poppy too. It's more appropriate choice for you to remain here. If that's the case, I do the processing. There's iron and Deep Valley copper production town as well. The northern region too. I'm Slope. Miss Edith won't be stinky with their ops this You Majesty, I can't accept being separated from your time like this. Manga Great. This is different from our separations. The past you know better than anyone else. The war with thee is the biggest challenge you've ever faced. Either Herms gets completely destroyed or the First Army perishes. If you lose, there's chance I'll never see again. Furthermore, if I wait, the city of Neverwinter, I'll only hear the news 2 of 3 months after anything happens. Mang en create com. I don't want to wait torment fop long time only to bid farewell the end. Alpert, you are able to request. If something happens on the battlefield, I'm saying case I, if something like that really happens, I'll leave the northern region immediately. Are worried that ill to avenge you and end giving away life needlessly. Best assured that if misfortune really happens, I will return to the west as soon as possible. Then bring all yoke loyalists to Sleeping Island and settle down there while continuing to resist Holy City yoke. Majesty Wonka Great Com. Although I'd like to follow you into death, I know that you'll never be agreeable to that. I promise you that I'll walk you path fop until your ideal world becomes reality, where witches and normal people live together freely. The pop fellow citizens, good morning, long live out king. Long live yoke majesty Roland. All of should already know one kingdom is about to fight war of self-defense against invaders. The enemy is none other than the holy city of Herms, which has already annexed the kingdom of Overwinter and the kingdom of Wolf Heart. And right now Dookie and Greco, they're targeting us. I know that some of you used to believe bod and there's nothing shameful about that. It is the that has taken advantage of you kindness, they should pay the price. Fop it. Just selling the gods stones of retaliation, they're able to make more than gold royals per year. This money should belong to all yoke. The reason is simple, the nobles were unwilling to fork out extra of money to the gods stones, therefore this portion of expenses was transferred onto you through tax increases, truck conrajayan, and daylight robbery. The promise that this sum of money would be exchanged fop boys' blessings. What was the results? People always don't have enough to of wear, and famine and cold will still come as promised every month of demons. Did everyone really wait fop the help of thee and gods? Manka create co. The answer is obvious, not pay. Facts have proven that without the presence of the city of Overwinter will become even better place. And so will the other cities, so I'll never surrender. And more importantly, I won't lose to these bloodsuckers. The first army will pulverize them so that nobody will dare to dog fellow citizens ever again. Chase them out of Old Bray Castle, kill all of them. Vow to Vingagriacom, protect yoke majesty with of life. Well said. I don't want you to engage the enemy battle, that's the responsibility of the first army. Neither do have to pay extra taxes to the war, that's what the enemy does to its people. Continuing to devote yourselves to the construction and production of the Overwinter city as usual is the best help. Fop relatives fighting on the front line, I firmly believe that we will win. Long live the kingdom of Grey Castle Jars at Coldiasi, its vehicle. Victory. Lone live mancacrete.com. Dear daughter. Here. I wrote to your month about to tell cooperating with the First Army assembling and war preparation. We need to meet all their requirements as we can. I notified Earl Hare Deep Valley Town immediately and then sent our butler to supervise the matter. Isn't it enough? Of course. It shows old sincerity better if come here person. Besides, the war against thee is very important. We have to take it mope seriously. After all, it's Earl Hare's domain. Please father, there will be no nobles do still care about the territory of the vassal. I thought you'll be more decisive after the rebellion of the Hates and List families after few months. I thought daughter would the least give me and say she missed me instead of talking about their business before we sat down. Maca Grelcom. Really, I don't know who is always shooting this bastard daughter the room and said I was ungrateful. Bastard who bit the hand that fed. Help if I'm piety want to smash something, stop because it's too expensive. Manca Kriicom. Welcome to Deep Valley Town, Father Manga Great.com. Satisfied, that's pretty the same. What we have to do now is to wait fop His Majesty to come. There's lot we need to do. We need to deliver all the materials such as food, horses, fabrics, hers and all other necessities. Fop the war too. Deep Valley Town and I received new ciphered letter from His Majesty. He said the iron ingots and copper ingots have to Manga Create Com be delivered, where to the mope the better. He wants to loot the whole northern region. Do you really believe His Majesty Roland beat them may not be able to attack the holy city of Herms and eradicate the totally? It's not be dealt for him to stop the form entering the kingdom from Woodwind Ride. What His Majesty needs most is time. Now time have never seen his factory. It is difficult to understand the strength of the Overwinter city. You should know that those amazingly powerful bullets produce continuously the factory like assembly line. Manga Great.com. Any civilian use firearms and bullets to kill the enemy, just half hold of training. What is your point? I want to say that these make me firmly believe that His Majesty Roland has the ability to defeat the church. Do you not reply to letters if you have such good view towards His Majesty? What letter? Manga Great.com. I mean the marriage to His Majesty. Decent, but repeat our websub Manca Kriicom Bosporus them the last release that which human we are. Demon Queen. Don't tell me that you don't like Roland Meiger Great.com, I haven't seen you like anyone before it. Doesn't matter, you considered marrying Timothy, can't you consider marrying Roland? It's different. Father. What's the difference? Aren't they both kings? Timothy needed reliable ally of subordinate they. Northern season. The only way to ensure that was marriage. If I said not, he would kick the Kant family out and find another more obedient family. Roland doesn't need it, he chose me only because of ability, not the things behind me. Isn't it better? It's no harm to you if you become queen and if you give birth to Point. The Kant family will become inseparable ally of the royal family and your brother will be protected. From now on him afraid I can't do this. See Vianreich. His Majesty Roland, he seems to believe love. Does he already have someone mind? Yes, which? What, this is political marriage? It's not political marriage because the person he likes happens to be witched. Perhaps the future. As he said, love is the protagonist of marriage. Witches can't give birth to offspring. What about hares? It is not old concern. Manka Great I. We shouldn't get involved their problems. Everyone check carefully. Mavayan. Can't we just evacuate all the citizens? Woodwind idea. Advanced holy city. May them into the first batch of enchanted people to charge the front. If we do, it'll alert out enemies that we've set trap. Here we can't take before we finish the layout of the battlefields. Don't dopey, we finish slip work here within Toff Lava and then we tell people of Woodwind Ride to evacuate. Wait, what's that? UKR is their large drop of troops. Woodwind Ride, yes. Around soldiers cool, there are no vehicles shipping brains of militia, they're all armored, some of them are carrying bite shields and stop speaks cool be shields how be are. They about the same size as Yelps cool how they come so soon it takes 2 to 3 days fop his Majesty to each deep valley town the lonesome cannons aren't place yet. The response was indeed faster than we expected whether His Majesty is here or not we fulfill our duties and never take step back any case the enemy cannot be allowed to cross the defense line the foot of the maintain. Yes. Mancacrete.com. Shoot. Hi-oh. I discard shield. Quirkengrench. Watch out. CILJGNCR icon. We meet again, you Majesty. Congratulations on the victory of solid first battle. Give heard the news on way where you did good job. Iron Axes told me you not only smoothed out the transportation of food and ammunition, also successfully loved the enemies. These ape the obligations of the Kant family. The tradesmen the northern region are happy to be yoke service. Next, please follow me to Manga Greatcom yoke office first. Oh, office? Yes, I've discussed this matter with Earl Hare. We've decided that you should use his castle as you palace. Duping yoke stay Deep Valley town. Give had the study room refurbished, making it look like the one the border area. I knocked down wall with exposure and replaced it with French window. Miss Maggie told me that you like pretty room. Really? Then where will the Earl stay? Order not to disturb you work, he'll live his mansion the sun up. Mega create Koa, do you want me to summon him? Not, that's fine, I bet he doesn't like to partake politics. Let's bet into the castle first. Alpert. Please follow me. Manga Kriai cold, this is what power feels like. It's good to experience it occasionally. Decent us adrenal you wheeze momentum gosport. The last release that witch human wife is Demon Queen. This is definitely victory worth remembering. After the war So's punishment warriors were killed. Battle Suizubi Sledej Use D tilde Jim. Shore up Sussex Useunk under Junker Essex. This is still blowed to the church Jutsa Spesidizir. Sutsui Shej Iusk unsubtle cut susby aged pun as C. Fortunately this defensive battle did not encounter pure witches who are difficult to deal with. Otherwise Mancacrete.com relying on Sylvie and Iffy to hold the line. Really we may not be able to make it, you Majesty. What about the casualties? The First Army 2 were killed and were severely injured. All resulted from close range. Speaking from the So's punishment army, the wounded has now recovered and they have returned to their teams. Arrange boat to send the bodies of sacrificed soldiers to the city of Overwinter Fop burial. Yes, yoke Majesty. The way, you Majesty. I have some very special information from the captured church commander. It is related to the God's Punishment Army. All who attended the ceremony where the God's Punishment Army pledges allegiance, tell me about the God's Punishment Army and how the following ceremony was held. Give told Yoke everything I know. Listen, this is the last interrogation. MHCN Greco, what better be honest. The ceremony is usually held the Tower of Babel. It is only accessible to God's punishment warriors, the Pope and commanders during the process. People keep silent to ensure that there are no mistakes. The manners. Because new warriors recognize their commander's sounds. What about Yoke? Are you also commander? I'm responsible. FOP Group of 10 God's punishment warriors. Those 10 people also need to follow the orders issued. Yoke. All the gods superior. Right, punishment armies should obey the Supreme Pontiff's orders. That's how it works. I thought they commanded this unconscious army telepathically via brainwaves. They actually controlled them. Thole sounds, the sound waves are easily diminished. There is being chance of issuing contradictory orders as well. Either of the problems would case confusion to the God's Punishment Army. Very well, so their flaws are exposed. Said once commander is appointed, he can't be changed. What if God's punishment warriors lose all their commanders? This doesn't know you've lain. You'd better not play any tricks on if you don't want to stay. Were fur anointer half months, they will go to barbarian land themselves. That's all I know. Barbarian land. I also heard it was rumored some God's punishment warriors who weren't properly managed fled to barbarian land many years ago and never came back. Do you know how the God's Punishment Army is converted? Only the Supreme Pontiff hosts the ceremony. How was the church founded? 400 years aeon. Have you heard of the name Alice? How about ignore icon, the Union and tequila? I really don't know really. It seems that KE truly doesn't know. There is no result after asking. Let's yes. You Majesty, please wait. Yoke Majesty, what about these captives from the church? Do what you've promised earlier. Have recalled anything? The God's Punishment Army should have been successfully studied after Tail completely fell. I don't know about it. It's definitely not as simple as what the church priest said. Meccan Kriatcom least it doesn't explain how new Pope is able to take over control of the God's Punishment Army. It's very strange that runaway God's Punishment Army would actively advance towards the barbarian land. The barbarian land that people speak of should be the fertile plains of years aeon. There's nothing there apart from the quins of the holy city. These ape not important if they're truly vulnerable to noise. Maybe Echo's ability can. This is too dangerous. If you want Echo to approach the commander silently, she relies on the mist of Nightingale. If so, Yoke side would be left without protection as long as the sends out pure witch. With special abilities they will be able to kill easily. Although you have normal person who's weak and powerless. Chi do coitus you present if we to defeat the demons, so protecting yourself is the most important thing. We can't take any risks. I really can't tell if you've praising of insulting me when that time comes. Ill on the God's Stone of Retaliation. The God's Stone of Retaliation is only means of insurance. It's not completely escape barrier. Let TTCA Kale isn't completely failsafe. We don't have better way. As lone as I alive, His Majesty will not be harmed anyway. I hope so. I don't know whether to talk about these things. There is reason Lady Alice was able to become Queen of Starfall City and also the head of the 3 chairs. Addition to her extremely powerful strength, her intelligence and methods were superior to most witches. Help decisions saved the Union from the verge of collapse on few occasions. Without the tequila wouldn't have survived until then. What I want to say is the powerful warriors whom she placed her hopes of saving the witches shouldn't have turned out this way. You feel that the present God's Punishment Army may not have been the same as the one years ago. Mandakrenakon, this is blessed. What happened to the Union after the fall of Tail? I'm afraid only the church knows. It and redan mnoa crejum tosapobu, the last release that witch human wife's demon queen. God's Punishment Army project that make the Queen of Starfall City pay B price on Earth. Did it become killing machine? This is lightning where this is lightning here. Position is the northwest, the above woodwind side. Give observed that the enemy is now retreating. I repeat, the enemy is retreating. Retreating, they're all planning towards the holy city. Cool. I see Mega Create Co. It seems that they are afraid. Perhaps so. The withdrawal means that the holy city is unable to send reinforcements. FOP short time. Old earlier predictions weren't wrong. This continent of more than people was probably advanced force that they came with last minute. Then what are we going to do next? We will take advantage of this period of time to pay close attention to politicizing the residence edition. The local nobles may have better persuasive effect. I will leave this matter to Iron Axe and Edith. Yes, Yoke Majesty. Manga Great.com platoon of which were God's punishment warriors should not have had problems dealing with Woodwind idea. Before being promoted to bishop, the leader Soli was also veteran chief justice. Even if they encountered demons of beasts, there should not have been many victims. The bishop is awake. I want to see His Holiness. Manga Great.com brine me to the pivotal secret area once. Tell what happened first. Woodwind idea was trapped. Roland Wimbledon's firearms are stronger than Timothy's. I have to let His Holiness know. No matter what the reason is, it cannot constitute the reason. FOP Yoke defeat. Manga Grayscom do know how embarrassing Yoke return was. People, the holy city have already been asking questions. If I didn't get the tribunal to detain few busybodies, the whole city will be talking about these rumors tomorrow. MGA Greascom hope I'm not late. The Pope wants to see you are able to walk on your own. I can walk very good. Then let's start quickly. When you peach the secret area, move freely. Wheelchair. Mancacrete.com. Lady Zero. Lady Zero, we together. Yoke, I'm soppy, should stay here. The Pope is only poppied that the secret of the God's punishment army may be leaked out. Secret. What secret? Forgive me, I can't say. Manga Great, let's got this. Kika Creacom. This time the God's punishment army suffered heavy losses. Visit an out website. Manga Break.com. How are you going to explain to Pope? Maybe this failure is indeed called carelessness, and I accept any punishment and wish to apply to His Holiness to become God's punishment. Mapping myself, or you sleep. Do you want to give you Archbishop position and become Manga Create.com minions? They aren't minions. Every God's punishment warrior is brave and steadfast soldiers that they are willing to sacrifice their lives. And fiery FOP the blowy of the church. Is that so? I feel that the Pope won't agree. I'll do best to persuade him. I believe that Pope maybe will. Definitely that's not the reason. Converting into God's punishment warrior pelvises, witch blood and every witch isn't easy to come. Now that you've lost army, your fighting ability is weaker than before. Do you think the Pope will waste witch blood on Mancacrete.com? Handicapped person. What's saying? Wait, stop. Is there problem? The incarnation ceremony of the God's punishment army is secret that only the Supreme Pontiff knows. Yoke, how to know what the ceremony requires? It's impossible that Manga Great Com Pope may be told. Yoke. You're not wrong. KE definitely wouldn't tell me, and I don't need him to tell me. Because see in Krakoa. If the Pope. What? Meave Gagrenscom. Megakracom. Pivotal secret area. IRLN Chilicom. This can't continue. Bet the God's punishment army to charge. Damn, I agree. Lord Solid, we under ECO. Pass down orders to spread out old formation and perform charge. CV Increc. EU Eminence. So that's what happened. This case, everything makes sense now. Roland Wimbledon. Justin ran our website. Macacreacod support Ute. The last release that human wife is demon queen. Manca Great Com. Iffy, are you asleep? I'm till we come now. I want to talk to about the Blooding Association. Minkurziich. As well as Heidi Morgan and Annie Keep. Heidi, where is she now? She has received the punishment she deserves. Doing the arrest, Skylark attempted to resist and had gone down the same path as Heidi. Manca Kriaiko. Is that so? I hope you help Sleeping Island to bet back on the paid track. It is true that the combat witches were wrong to bully the assistant witches. It wouldn't be paid to bully them. Return. The surviving members of the Blooding Association were also deceived and framed Heidi just like Yoke. They should not be implicated and discriminated against. I'm willing to help you. Ah. That's great, you promise. What should I do? Mike and Kriicom talk to the other members of the Bloodline Association about whole stop with Annie Ill. Tell everyone about Heidi's crime. After the is completely eradicated, I will send people to Wolf Heart to search for these witches. Imprison the nobles if they are still alive. His Majesty Roland will rescue them, I understand. McClure Con. UKR, are you Alpert? Is everything okay? I'm fine, I'm just feeling little sleepy already. Manka Kriicom. Visit and react to website Manga Krialcom. Do you feel better? Thank Yoke. You Majesty Roland, there's woman outside the castle who wants to see. After she was stopped the guards, she knelt on the ground and vowed never to leave until she sees Yoke. Alert now. Yes, it seems that she deliberately chose to come this time. I have seen Key twice before the castle area duping the daytime and UKR. She claims Icicle, oh that she's Wimbledon. This is impossible. The fourth prince had never been to the northern region before. How lover appear out of thin Alps. I call he to ask. Visit Andrada tour website Manga Create Com cover. Tell her to come in. I want to ask the something. Yes. Dear you Majesty. Olivia of Woodwind Idea respectfully greets Yoke Manka Kriicom. May I know what you mean Wimbledon? Pardon me Yodel Majesty, if I didn't do so you won't even see me. I can't be considered Yoke elder brother's real wife. We were once love. What elder brother? Timothy Visit and Webbs. Not then Gerald. I know that Gerald had designs on the throne. But he's now dead. Yoke Majesty, please help me on his equa. Can Macacria Co. What do you want me to do for Yoke? I met Yoke brother when I was serving wine. The tavern died to our identity. We did not hold wedding. We had wonderful time remote town. The good times didn't last long. After Gerald's accident I was forced to be bartender again. The tavern owner seemed to visit and be extremely dissatisfied with website Manga Great Com previous sudden leave. He always attacks me. And he even coerced me to sleep with him. I want to leave the tavern you Majesty. I really can't think of anything else to come to Yoke. Well, don't to the west with. I will arrange work, food and place to live fop over there you Majesty. I want to stay where. I think she is worried that you will also plot against her. As ordinary woman she's least half as beautiful as Edit Hit. Makes sense fop. The tavern owner too. Drool over her. A light. I will inform Duke Calvin and let him send someone to pick to the city of overnight. I shall never forget you kindness Yodel Majesty. I have to back tonight. Visit and it's okay website Manga Great Sean. You come to see this lady off? Yes. The way. Do you have any child with Gerald? I'm soppy you Majesty. I couldn't leave anything fop him. Help. Last sentence is lie. Well I see it. She is not good lying and this way it explains she was coerced. The tavern owner. The owner know that it was Prince Harold Wimbledon who took her away that time. He was also clear about what would happen to the kid if Timothy found out the truth. That child would definitely die. To protect the kid she had with Harold she had to do what the owner wanted. Do you need me to investigate it for Yoke? Do you want to investigate? If it's Yoke's own order I will implement whatever it is. I will do it. Then give me massage now. Visit and website Manga Great Com. Don't poppy. I will not attack these innocent people. Decent us and our websook MNOA or AIOOM support M. Last release that witch human wife's demon queen. The Vidden Creacom. It seems you have hit hard bone. Even the Kingdom of Dawn can't take it anymore. No matter what it is, don't we leave gentlewoman and blackmail there to stabilize the situation. What do you think they look like? What I'm talking about, these me and Krenikon people. Small ignorant, they are just like ants. They are busy all day long without knowing they are busy. Does this have anything to do with the question I asked? The gods probably see the same way. Dazed and ignorantly thrown into the bloody battle and then die dazed. What do you want to say? I want to Manga Griecom say I was one more step closer to divine will again. As long as I devour the new king of the kingdom of Grey Castle, chance of winning the battle of divine will significantly increase. I somehow feel that it's deities who send him to me. Roland, don't forget our goal. This battle has shown the problem. Even if you gather all yoke power, defeat and swallow Roland, what Good is it for this purpose his army and witches will be slaughtered. God's punishment army will also suffer heavy loss and less than half-year months of demons will arrive again. Conquer the devil and let the Klein race continue. So what do you want me to do? Confess out purpose to Roland Wimbledon, tell him they not tell him the truth about the witches' union and the whole story of manga create unto Layla years of battles of divine will. What if Ke doesn't believe it? He is mortal, fragile and weak, his life is shot, and his willpower will vanish as time goes on. Common cold place easily end his life. We cannot pin old hopes on mortal. The most important point is, I'm the deity's chosen one, Isabella. Then what's your planning if we can't get close enough to him? I can't eliminate the effect of Bod's stone of retaliation. Fop yoke, don't forget about high level. Smells left the union but, infinite. One time siege ape, sure that going to use it for this. If you lose we are finished no matter who the opponent is. I have never failed. Thousands of swallowed souls testify. Should be very clear about determination fighting the demon. You also understand strength. After all, no matter from which aspect, I'm most suitable to lead human beings to meet this fateful battle. Well, I hope so. According to the books, infinite is not really limitless. And the magic power only remain effective fop shot time when you're the cell form. If you fail to catch him you won't have another chance. Keep so what we need to do first is to brine Roland out. The cell has been loaded. An L pitch 5. This is simply God's punishment. There's no way fop the ordinary enemies to complete the mountain path with the gunfire on their heads. Unfortunately, man are idle. All the enemy we have to face is not normal and there's only limited amount of shells. Otherwise we easily wipe out the enemy with the two longing cannons. This is lightning speaking. The hit position is observed, probably the middle part of the slope. Good. Mark it down. Lightning received. Clack. What be pit, these cannons are really powerful. Maybe we really win the devil this time. Io Crescom. Everything that should ge done has been done and all that remains is to be left to fate. All that be done now is to continue to wait. Is there any news? I anger great cool. The finally reacted and the enemy pulled out. Next, the morale of the soldiers of TNC, it should be raised to the extreme and decisive battle is imminent. It's pure witches. What form will they appear and what kind of ability will they use to interfere? The decisive battle. Sinsen Kriicom. Is there anything wrong? Liable to fall asleep slightly. It's probably died to 2 straw below the bed. It feels like something is poking back when I lie on it. Rock. I feel the same, not to mention moving. Be comfortable bed over, least it should be layered with 2 extra silk pads. Dukes of the Northern Where War region is too stingy, not on outing. It's considered good to have shelter. Don't be too demanding, of course. It makes no difference fop someone who has thick and pouch skin. It's better than being weak and fragile. Manga create I think we will need to have another Dell to see woo the weak and fragile one is. Don't bother about them. It's nightly routine. I would knot them together if I knew it earlier. What about the others? They adapt. Think you fight you let's afraid. Sisters from Witch Cooperation Association aren't as picky as are. And they had experienced the days without shelter and food during their escape, so they could simply close their eyes and fall asleep. This situation, well, looks like I'm the most impatient one here. What will we do when all these come to end? Macabre icon, you've getting nervous, aren't yoke? I'm being little emotional. If we can't defeat the don't Poppy. As I mentioned before, you won't be as lone as I'm still alive and old stop has just started democracy. Sun Anu Day at Ubasub Manka Kriicom Gosport, the last release that human wife's demon Quinn Niobe took chapter ITP, gift deal and I have writ Myrna Tux limit civil #die plus mat alier. This is handwritten letter sent the Pope Migagres com. What does the letter say? Is it advice of temptation? The letter introduces the origins and purpose of thee and reveals the existence of the demon MW Gargres com. Do they want to seek reconciliation? Thol. This information. If this is the case, the Holy City should not send large army to occupy Woodwind Ride. This is indeed the handwriting of the Pope. Will it be the conspiracy of the pure witches Mingres com? MW Gangres.com. This is lightning. The enemy has entered the 9th zone. Repeat, the enemy has entered the 9th zone. UKR 9th zone. Hey, the shells are already installed, don't rush, it's already the fastest speed. MWGN Gresham. Ah, it's keel angle pitch. Ready to shoot. MWGA Grays.com. Deserve it, you deserve it. Wait minutes. The enemy is passing through the 12th zone. Attention, the enemy is passing through the 12th zone. Please fell. Repeat, please fire. What that is? Mingres.com. That is pure witch cool. Nay. Watch out cool. Mangangres CM rotten bastards, how dare you two against they are. Looking fop Yokone Death Maggie continue to bride the cool cannons, killing compatriots make feel so glorious. Damn it, a diet. MWGA Grease.com. They just crossed the line, take care of yourself. Line throwing speak. Lie down fop me cast, continue to cast VA. MW Gargres.com. UK's Molt. I fight with yoke. Some of the enemies had crossed the first 3 trenches and were making their way to the 4th. Migres.com. However, soldiers retreating from the front line made the subsequent defensive firepower more and more concentrated, and the God's Punishment Army's offensive momentum has obviously weakened such trend. They were not likely to make it to the remaining 5 trenches and artillery positions. Wait minute, what is that? The ground is sunken in. Intercom all. This is I. Favorite OODA risk hashtag Lordem Tempsy. Mangacreai.com. Don't be distracted, her shoot. UKR. Lady Zero. Margie seems to be worn out. Hold on Gedenkrich, damn it, I did not ever expect that things would actually come to deadlock. Fop, the coming of this day we have made preparations. As long as Roland touches the letter paper, it will be stained with the special bead powder on the surface of the letter paper. This powder emits smell that ordinary people can't perceive, and it soaks into the skin as lone as vanilla. Less her abilities, we lock Poland's position. The crowd. But I still underestimated the power of the snow powder weapons. Poland's weapon even launched attack 10 miles away, calling the army to be hit hard before reaching the line of defense. And the time fop blackmail to cast her ability is bound to be extremely limited. Continue. Virgasi can like this. You holiness yoke holiness, the ask will be torn apart soon. UKR Jim. And act according to the predetermined plan, yes. Kvicken Greekum, it is broken. That it. I'm afraid that. This is the last time I have served the church. Macacreacle. This is. Isabella, start using infinite yes. Vayan Krerik. What happened? What strong lightly? Unernicon or. You Majesty watch alt. You Majesty. Varian Krayakon now. W. This is school manga great com. Dream I back. If it changes back, do I still look like this? Who ape yoke manga kriicom? Ape from the pure witch, that's piety. I'm also the Pope of the holy city of Herms 0, and a definitely not Roland. Wimbledon did create this place. Not created this Kviaj Crayon place. The place is hidden deeply yoke memories and appears frequently most of you daily life. It's just that I'm curious, where exactly is this place? The 4th Prince of Grey Castle is absolutely impossible to live place. Should I tell yoke? What should I do now to get rid of the illusion base on the experience of having nightmares? The past, find high point and jump down, and I will immediately wake from the dream. W Vyondaism it. Doesn't matter if you don't tell me, I filled it out sooner or later. Including who you ape, where you come from, and became the 4th Prince of Grey Castle will all be clear. You know what I would explain to each one. Trap the illusion, the effects, rules, and the impact of ability. Everyone except fop you. Because CIIICNCRENCN, I don't like anything that's confusing. Us and Kerwebsub Manka Kriicom downpour. The last release that human is Demon Quail. Visit and website mangagreat.com. Minka Grenacom. COO cool, don't be scared, we ape coming. Oh, visitant reactor website manga Greicom COO cool too. Wow, welcome to the Witch amusement park. Ah, this I manga great.com. Lovely lady, are you ready? The adventure is about to begin. Adventure. Hi, could this be mangakriai.com adventure got? Visit and website manga great witch eliding Maggie the changing birds. Witch lift. Hummingbird. Control the weight. Wendy control the wind. Witch swing. mangagriai.com leaf manipulate vertical plants. Witch maze lotus chants the terrain. Mankagriai.com. Come on, it's finally out, congratulations. This is the witch drink for the winner Evelyn, so beautiful. Have fling today. Amusement park is only open fop yoke Marika create.com. Don't worry, we will send you back when it is over. If this is the case, I experience it all again. Cuckoo, then let's ahead adventure. Got visit and website manga great come. Phew, she's so fast, you majesty treat skep very special. Vinegar crease.com. After all, it's rape to see people from hometown, I know. But you webs manka creacum tosupobru, the last release that witch human we demon queen. MGE agres.com. What's going on? It was just illusion. Damn, what had happened just now felt true. Staggering. The long knife he hands was created out of thin Alps keep. MG agres.com. UKR. Ahead a meal. Damn, this is nightmare that can't be broken. Jumping off of he places of from feeling fierce pain. It's like arena of endless reincarnation. What are the conditions of escaping from this? Only beating helps since she makes weapons out of thin Alps. What about me? If I had shield, I would be able to fight against keep. MWGA Gret.com. Is that really the case? Morgagresm. Then automatic rifle. What is this situation? I hear. While. Mangres.com, I list admit that whole comprehension capabilities supplied me. You're the first one who comprehend this and counterattack without being given any explanation. Rare materials, exquisite processing techniques. Is this snow powder weapon as well? The items you created are terrifying, however they do not pose threat to me. I have been carefully observing the entire battle, and yoke tactics are mostly dependent on the operator. And you could not even see movements. I've devoured over 1,000 warriors and even extraordinary. Over the years, it's impossible for you to defeat Melt. Really? MG agres.com. What is this again? A mere ordinary person unexpectedly. It's not because I have strong ability to comprehend. MW Gargres.com. Yoke stage setting is too lousy. Lousy. Is this the way? Devour your opponents, force them into despair so that they'll give and obediently dedicate their knowledge and skills. Yoke are still the mood to ask me this. Is it not good to surrender directly? Keep those words to yourself. 2. Ionian MWGN Grecom. Start the program. It succeeded. Where is the person? Should the least give it some joints if you've trying to create plate armor. However, I don't think that hollow and thin iron sheet has many effects. Vulnerable Mangagres.com. I have one again. Roland. Visit mangagreat.com for the latest update of this and other hot mantua. If you continue like this, you will get nothing. Endless pain. Mangalore icon. She obviously takes advantage of the victory. Does she repeatedly ask me to give? Is he physical strength also declining? Don't have to doubt physical and mental strength. Energy is Enoch to endure hundreds of deaths, and yoke efforts will only make Mope desperate. Hundreds. Chanka. Aiko. How on earth I defeat her? Cage-oriented mines, power grids, laser fences. Not these things can't imprison Zero forever. If it's like what she said. If her actions cannot be restricted this battle, I will undoubtedly be Linseach defeated. Fop more than 200 years. How many times have fought like this? More than 1,000 times of Mope. There are only few who really impress me. Their will is far stronger than yoke. The end, they all lost to the endless deaths. Few people will face hopeless ending and choose to continue to suffer. Are you slope? You want to keep fighting. Have never failed over battles. Did no one think of creating lava of deep See, to defeat you before you attained such great power, I would not be standing here if I failed. Munkuzuko, changing the place that we are standing consumes no lesser energy than death. Is changing the world just delusions and only God do it? There is no God world. So have decided to give. Let me say it again, gives. Soppy, I still want. Try again, oh really? It seems to me that no matter how many times they again, the ending will not change. Manka Kriaikom, this is not necessarily tried. Talk less. Take it to hell, MTC Crazeco. How I can't move, what have done? I made small change to the battlefield. Without the support of friction, even if you move astonishing speed, you can't make any farther. Process _ have ever heard of the law of inertial Manknori icon inertial when object is not subjected to external force, it will remain stationary of move straight line constant speed. Just like yoke current situation, of course, call this phenomenon Newton's first law. Now Mankakriyakom, it's blind. Via I. Mangakriyakom. This is impossible, can't create. Doesn't exist out of thin alp, this kind of thing simply can't exist. I changed the distance between atoms within the ground surface. Atoms were closely attached to each other with strong interaction, like the soldiers who neatly lined this surface was almost absolutely smooth and incredibly strong. Wanonakriikon, the tetrahedron carbide, was as soft as water front of it. Time end it all, Manka Kriaikom, Man and Krakon, you majesty, I didn't protect you. Wake soon please, DQick and Chris Cod Nightingale, the pure one woke. Leave it to me. Justin Redan Albasug Mankeri Icon Bosporus, the last release that which human wield Demon K. Was she woken up? She woke herself when it was Ash's turn to examine her. Isabella sat on the head of the bed and told us that the prison was useless for her. MW Gargres com, is she challenging us now? You've claimed that this prison can't hold you, haven't you, but now choose to submit to fate. MWNGA Grecom, it seems that Zero has completely failed. Finally she isn't blessed God. Don't worry and tell everything no, then be your disposal. Capable of making the God's Stone of Retaliation lose effect as long as have platform. God's Stone would be useless even if there are as many stones as have here. Except for that neither walk through wall nor escape away underground, so it's waste to arrange such room for me capable of influencing the God's Stone. Yes, though they indeed look like bottomless black holes, but make them lose effect mean that it was who made the God's Stone warn His Majesty Roland lose effect. Is it all caused you had no other choice? That moment Zero had become blinded God. She believed that only one of the two be blessed God. Is it Zero mentioned all the time that attacked His Majesty? It is the soul battlefield. Soul battlefield, yes, that's battle about spirit and will. MG Agres com. The winner gets everything while the loser loses everything. Since Zero was awakened to bewitched, she's never failed the battle of souls. She's engulfed numberless commoners and witches and absorbed their memories, knowledge and longevity, so for the time being Zero has lived for over years. Never MW Gargres com. Thought that she would be defeated. Common Prince, is it Zero who made His Majesty unconscious? What's her ability? Unconscious. There should be winner and loser instantly when Soul Battlefield begins. If Roland didn't become Zero instantly, it means that Zero failed. Is he unconscious because he can't accept the huge volume of memories? Do mean that also don't know how to make His Majesty wake from the coma. This is unprecedented and have no idea how to deal with it. But Zero was absent-minded for a while when she was devouring Garcia. That time she explained that she had found some interesting things Garcia's memory, and so it took her long time. So if Roland wants to accept these parts of Zero's memories, it may take some more time, but as long as he's alive, he'll wake naturally. See if Roland accepted all of Zero's memories, would the years of memories from the church or His Majesty memories dominate Roland? Or would Roland get lost these complicated memories and never wake? Udo MWG Grescom, let's talk about the church. How much do you know about the Union, the predecessor? The church know almost all that Zero has learned. are still doubtful about the words the letter. The records about the witch empire and the demons the letter are true. The limited information the letter isn't valuable to us. My witch the Union. What did say? Came from holy city of Tequila more than years ago and witnessed the destruction of it. The demons aren't rare and still occupy most of the lands of Dawn Ridge. There are demon battalions the end of Misty Forest and Seawater River to the west of the kingdom of Wee Grey Castle. Roland has encountered them before. MNGA agrees. What want to know is how did the Union transform into the church? This is, as mentioned, the history book. During the escape mid-war broke out the Minion the northwest of the impassable mountain range. There were no detailed reasons, we just know that the Union was separated into two groups since that time. One group, the Tequila Witches, got into the maze remains of the mountains. The other group, led the Witches of Starfall City, inherited Lady Alice's will to move northward and settle down on Herm's Plateau, which finally became the church. Civil war during the escape. This is undoubtedly suicide. It was to kill those non-combat witches who didn't belong to Starfall City. Only this way could the church completely bury the history of the past. Without this civil war, the Four Kingdoms would have been controlled the Union from the beginning. The size of the God's Punishment Army would have been far larger. Is burying the past reason to hunt witches wantonly, even to go so far as to create the unconscious God's Punishment Army? MW Gargres are all crazy as long as the demons be defeated, don't care who take charge of the continent. That was also the Union's original intention. Although Zero was crazy, she had greater faith fighting against the demons than most people, and that's chose to help her. You calm down. If killing her wake Roland up won't stop you. The way. One more thing. Although Zero allowed pure witches to enter the temple to the books, the library, she prohibited Antone from visiting the prayer room, even moving close to it. MNGA Grey she told me it was only standing there that she could meet God directly. Visit Manga Great for the latest update of this and other hot mantua. Damn it, visit and this mantua. MVMIBN Creco. To the translation. Bang. As results, we still failed to find way to awaken you majesty. Everything that be done has been done. And we only continue to wait anyway. Let's report to everyone what we got. Mankakriai.com. She will pay the price. Fop it, I promise. As long as you don't kill her, she is still very useful to us. His Majesty, what's the matter? There's someone. And NBAGCK Oka, COH. Do remember what I have told Yoke. If you died, I would take those who are willing to follow to the sleeping island to fight against the to the end. But you are still alive. Visit and website. Manji Great are just sleeping soundly. So I will continue to wait. Whether it is day or years, even for lifetime, as long as you still breathe, I will always be you side. Rest assured and sleep well. I will take care of you. Manga Kriicom. UKR. Where is this place? Minka Kriicom. Damn, it isn't this battle over yet. Not, I have to concentrate on calling out the come alt. Walter, it's useless. Could it be that the rules of the field have changed again? However, what about taking the most profound scenes memory as the battlefield look proud? I am not impressed. This place. Visit and website. Manga Greecom. Kun, is there someone outside? Russell. Did I have auditory hallucinations? There is no one outside. Tension on this situation is a bit too weird. No matter if it is the past of this life, it is impossible for me to buy this kind of book. It seems that this is indeed out of memory. Yesterday evening. Unexplained explosion occupied university. This city teaching building was damaged from the photos returned from the scene. It is seen that the entire roof has collapsed and there are scattered glass shards on the ground. What wasn't the Battle of Souls fictional illusion? Could it be now I'm back it? What? MSI and Red Tour Webseed Mana Kraku. How? Excuse me, please don't block the corridor. Will yoik, really? Even if you don't work broad daylight, you can't around with only tank 2 and shoots. How adult be so shameless? Tank top and shorts. Kukri. Me. Come out. MN and Enka tons 0, don't waste the time hiding. Is this yoke newly designed trick piecing of memories together? Is this how defeat me? Visit Andriada Tour website manga create.com. How I get away if this is another illusion of the Battle of Souls. Let's jumping one more time, jumping from here. Even if I haven't awakened from the Battle of Souls, I won't fall too hard. Okay, I will count to 3, then I jump 1 2 manka creacon. What a doing uncle. Klein. 0. Uncle. This is the city of Neverwinter. You Majesty. Mang en great com are awake. But, that's great. But no manka creacon Bosporus, the last release that which human wife is demon queen man c create com. You've become thinner. I'm so sorry for letting worry about me. Okay, as long as woke up. For how long was come 3 days week? Over months to be exact. It was days. MW Gargres com. Was unconscious for nearly 2 months. Then how did eat? Didn't anything? Someone has eaten your steady. It's the ability of Nightfall of the Blooding Association. She planted seed of symbiosis your body. And so she just needed to more than usual. Well, this be replaced. Which ability could be used like this? No wonder the muscles did not feel sore. After sleeping for so long. Thanks for taking care of me these days. Compared with what you've done, done nothing. You've honored your commitment to the witches. You've defeated the core of the church. Each witch of the Witch Union would like to show their gratitude to you. Even without me, someone would take care of you. But would prefer that take care of me. Roland. Migagrays com. Well, must tell the other witches they've waited for this day for long time. What's wrong? We could continue. You've just woken and should take good but feel rest. Like I'm full of energy. MNWG Grescom. Even so we can't continue. I'll be back soon. Anyway, finally woke up. MNWGA Great Com. Was the little teenage girl really 0? But did she call me uncle? And everything is so weird. The city dream was absolutely not where had lived the past. Before disappearing, 0 had hysterically shouted me that she would never let me. Got were her words. Curse or threat? Feel that there's something wrong with this matter. Thank God finally woke up. Ahem, word all right. These days what troubling guy. You made us worry for such long time. Are worried about others. This is very rare. Mon Grayscom, compared to which commoners are much more fragile. End. There isn't any magic reaction and it seems that didn't inherit 0's abilities. What? Remember how about the memories of the Pope? Do know this ability. Were held pure witch of the church captive. We've heard of it from her. Wait moment, maybe he's been dazzled the memories of over years. What if he isn't the previous Prince Roland who proved that he's Roland, not 0? He's His Majesty Roland. Sure of it. MMGA Greyicom. We all so much. Brother, yeah? Welcome back, brother. Your Majesty, it is great that a fine manga Grayscom. During the time were coma, there was no abnormality the city. But some people were panicked now. The most important thing to do was to cheer them and inform everyone that their king had recovered. Go find someone to post the notice. Yes, what is written here is the castle will hold splendid banquet. Menga Grescom. Nightingale. No, you're here. Your Majesty Mingrayscom. No, feel guilty. But it's not your fault and I'm safe now, so don't blame yourself anymore. Agatha had understand. Reminded me, but still. Ah, your Majesty have done well. Don't worry, no matter what happens the future will sum it. Mom. Us new redan our WBBSUUB Manka Krijagam Tospot, the last release that human wife's demon quote. Kulid and Crutch. UKR. Alpert Manga Create.com. It's this weird dream again. Anyway, first come out to see Ape Awake. Did mad yesterday Uncle Manga Griicom. Zen 0, what are doing there? Don't you want to have breakfast there? It is again I ate so uncle. Yourself? How I wake? Aga Create.com here. Should I kill her? The way uncle. What were you doing yesterday? Had you seen some cockroaches on the ceiling? Mark and Grenick. Not, I found it bit dirty, I wanted to clean it. Really didn't you clean it with rag tied on clothing? Pull this. Ahem. It was not working well, it's finally clean now. Uncle or a light. Since I moved here, isn't it me who has Cole always made breakfast? Since moved here, so where did live before Q Kiga create on this? Alright, give me money fop groceries. We are running out of food, the refrigerator. I have to the food market to some. Well, manga creacom AI ya the second drawer of you bedside table. Junior high school student, how you know this? Sure enough, the wallet is inside. How do you need? Can't carry more food anyway, I will give you save the best fop the next time. Manka great not ape these anyway money. You finger? Stab the class crumbs, no deal, it would be better if you don't throw things around. I'm going to school, I won't come back the noon, so remember to clean the dishes. Wait, isn't it Suma? Vacation now. Of course, it's the tutoring center Uncle QNGN create.com. If you think your head is still flirting, to see the doctor. She has made friends this world, this dream is a bit too absurd, what should I do next? Should I follow her? C2. Garcia Mangrencom Wimbledon. I. Step aside, get out of way, let me pass. You don't know me, had should I know yoke? Die, you hair the same color as mine and want to get close. Manga great com to me. Your name is Garcia Light. Decia Gurbatkod. We, although I don't know where you got name from. I warn yoke will suffer if you don't stop pestering me. Manka Kriaiko ha wait. Isn't the corridor is terribly long? How many residents are there this apartment building? Something's not paint. Car whiz. Manga great com. There are many occupants, the long years give swallowed thousands of warriors including mortal you. Can't win against me. Are the people who live here, Manga Krenacom, are they all defeated the battle? You but no Redan Moasekom Tosbot, the last release that which human we demon queen. Here we again UKR. Mangakrakon. Entering the dream state twice, I probably draw some patterns first. The pace of time, the dream is not equal to this world. Fop example, I was active the dream for about 8 helps and when I woke it was still freedom late night. The second is brain activity, maybe it's because the dream is too realistic and when I act the dream I don't have time. Fop sleeping and resting, this is challenging problem. Increase if I take advantage of the time difference between the two sides and rest dreams, I will definitely be able to improve work efficiency significantly. The third is the dream itself, does it have boundaries? How many fragments does it have? Hidden of forgotten information will I discover there? Yeon Sinakon. Parlor, now that they was no longer major threat, we have to bet ready fop the upcoming attacks from demons. We need to be Vinca Kriel Kuili engaged the upcoming battle of the divine will. This time we might as well set old eyes on other kingdoms. You mean we will recruit people not only from each domain of Grey Castle, also from Overwinter and Wolfheart? It's very B project. The news that the church has suffered from sharp defeat will soon spread all over the continent. Mancacrete.com. When the situation changed, it was not surprising that the nobles who had joined they would turn around and bite they. This is old chance whether we use gold royals to lure of force, as long as we moreover pull their people the next spring to Grey Castle. The seaport of Overwinter will be in to see. Yes, all have to do is to formulate recruiting plan. Went ships from the fjords, merchants, and find places to accommodate the newcomers. The city the way order to lighten yoke workload. Ill officially hope Miss Duncan work you adjutant City Hall Manga Krakom. Thank yoke majesty, I do it on own. I have decided just do what I say. Yes, you majesty. Education is also priority for the next phase. How is the training of secondary teachers going? Head shake. So far only Berlin has passed the assessment test, you majesty. I'm afraid this method won't work really, I see. If that doesn't work, the new secondary teachers will be selected from among the students to encourage top students to continue their studies. School we need to include scholarship scheme, the oldest for the next year's scholarship. Do you mean the reward system we've adapted? Longing Stronghold, unlike the Aware which was designed to attract more people to the scholarship, is only FOP the top students. Manga Great Com, it was designed to make the best people want to stay school. First you set he standard score to pick out only students who will be paid FOP with scholarships. And then work with Berlin to teach them after they pass the test they be hired as secondary teachers with monthly starting salary of silver royals. Are doing this to train secondary teachers Manenkreum of corps not secondary teachers are not the only choice for these people they to various production positions as researchers and managers. The Ministry of Education make efforts to turn old people into industrial personnel, otherwise it will be meaningless to have large population industrial personnel. Does it mean those who work production? Yes, I see. Addition I will write lesson plan and submit to, so that's it. FOP today's meeting Manga Crealcom, that's paint. Kyle Ritchie come to office.